Welcome to the Sail Savvy channel. This is Magnus and Captain Cognac is co-hosting. Today's episode of Best Budget Sailboat Cruisers is about the Westerly Pageant. Stay tuned. Stout and sturdy like a small ship with the stance of a bulldog. A semi-amphibious bulldog that can be beached or sailed in as little as 3 feet of water. All joking aside, the Westerly Pageant packs a lot of features in 23 feet of boat, including standing headroom, a real galley, sleeping accommodations for 4 adults, an enclosed head, and she can take you across an ocean. Let's head over to sailboatdata.com and see what all the fuss is about. The twin or bilge keel lowers the center of gravity of the boat and also allows you to ground it in the tide or haul it out without a cradle. Half the weight of the boat is ballast, and that's an example of how 2 keels make it a lot easier to get the center of gravity down. While a draft of just 2.8 feet will get you into a private lagoon where few other boats can go. Her low center of gravity allows her to carry a little bit more sail area than we would usually expect from a 23-foot cruiser, while her comfort ratio and capsize screening formula indicate that she's ready to cross the Atlantic Ocean. How does all this fit in on 23 feet of boat? Well, let's take a closer look at the layout, starting from the bow, where we find a regular V-berth, followed by an enclosed head with a door to starboard opposing a storage locker on port. Continuing aft is a shockingly large salon with a proper galley to port, and a quarter berth tucked in just to the aft of the galley. And somehow, in addition to all that, there was room for a 6-foot-long, quite spacious cockpit as well. The Westerly Pageant 23 is another example of a boat with a really good reputation for a high-quality, heavy build. All these boats were made to accommodate an inboard engine. Personally, I'd prefer an outboard in order to free up the space that could be used for storage inside the boat instead. 550 of these were made, and many are spread out all over the world to this day. There's always one for sale somewhere, and prices are not as bad as you might think for a boat with such a great reputation. I have a hard time believing there's any other 23-foot boat that can do everything that the Westerly Pageant can do. I'd certainly be in the market for one if that was the size range I was looking at for myself. That wraps up the Westerly Pageant 23. Our next episode will feature the venerable Catalina 30. Until then, this is Magnus and our co-host Captain Cognac standing by on Channel Sail Savvy.